Indiana University's Kinsey Institute has attracted both admiration and controversy over the last 75 years. Its research into sexuality, gender, and sexual health has earned it a spot in the center of a global debate. But a provision in the Indiana state budget finalized this month will block state funding for the institute.
Now, you may have never have actually heard of Alfred Kinsey, but if you watch this show or Christ and Culture with David Fiorazo, you certainly have.
Yep.
But you have certainly been affected by his thoughts and his beliefs. Now, he was known as the father of the sexual revolution. He has said that, babies can have orgasms and that child rape actually will benefit victims, children. Yes. And, hey, pedophilia, A-okay in his book. And by the way, everyone is bisexual. David, is there anything else you'd like to add very quickly before we continue on?
Yeah,
here?
Basically, the focus of the sex research is to prove that human beings are sexual animals from birth. No age restrictions, no age limits. You see, open the door for consent and pedophilia. This is part of the plan. He was a socialist, atheist. He was a child pedophile, and he did a lot of damage. I mean, his work between Margaret Sanger and Alfred Kinsey, they really set the stage for the government-run sex education that we've seen today and the dumbing down of America, but also the grinding down of morality. Let me just quote something you probably aren't aware of, because this issue is about the governor. Thank you. Finally, someone did this, defunded this institute, but Republican Governor Eric Holcomb signed a 2-year budget bill. Finally, he basically vetoed the ongoing funding. So along with his 1953 book, Sexual Behavior in the Human Female, it contains documentation, that word is correct, of children's orgasms. And this is child abuse. What they did was they experimented, they called it research, unmonitored, unscientific, and they did it on adults, on prostitutes, on prison inmates, on the homeless, on children. Let's just say a 4-year-old. What 4-year-old's parent in the 1940s would give permission to let their child be experimented on, Katie? So this defunding, I'm going, well, thank you, sir. God bless him, the Republican governor there in Indiana. But what happened to all the previous decades of governors? And this is just horrific if you want to look more into the Kinsey Institute and who he was.
The amendment was introduced by freshman Republican lawmaker Larissa Sweet of Wabash. She alleged without evidence that the Institute's founder, Alfred Kinsey, sexually abused children and insinuated that Kinsey researchers continue to enable child abuse.
Could they be hiding child predators? Is this a place? If there's any place where Chris Hansen needs to bring to catch a predator, it is Indiana University.
Sweet's provision was met with immediate pushback.
This amendment is based on old, unproven allegations of conspiracies that did not exist, that did not happen. These are warmed over internet memes that keep coming back.
Guys, do your research. Do your research. They're gaslighting by saying it never happened. This is history, this perversity, what they did to children. There's evidence, it's their own documentation that they were timing with a stopwatch the orgasms of men, women, children, from teenagers all the way down to toddlers, to prove that humans are sexual beings and we should have no limits or restraints on sex. He truly inspired Hugh Hefner's Playboy. And this guy, I mean, Indiana University, 75 years on their 75th anniversary last year. You know what IU did? They gave him a bronze statue, Kinsey, a life-size statue. So they're willing to fight for this perversion to remain public and to call what abuse and perversion was as research. So this guy is warped. It's a twisted worldview and it's dangerous, but yet you see how the left is willing to defend it.